And we are live with Alessandra Zonari. I would like to introduce our guest on this Biohacking for Beauty podcast and uh, live stream, of course. She is the co-founder of OneSkin brand. And OneSkin is a brand that revolutionizing the way we think about aging and longevity right now recently. It's becoming really like hot trends, right?
Yes.
One skin unlike like any others in the market. Today, we're so excited to speak with Alessandra about the science behind the breakthrough product OS1 and how they balance the desire for effective anti-aging solutions, but also keep in mind sustainability, ethical practices, and more. So join us as we dive in the world of biohacking beauty and explore the exciting future of the skincare. My first questions for you, Alexandra. We dive in immediately. Tell us about OneSkin's mission and how it's different from the other skincare brands that is in the market.
Yes, sure. Hi, Iryna. Thank you for inviting me for this conversation, first of all. And as you said, I'm a co-founder of OneSkin and I'm the chief scientist behind OneSkin. And OneSkin has this mission of like exploring longevity science to maximize the potential of our body to promote healthy aging. And we start this with the skin. We approach the skin not only as a beauty organ, but as a functional and vital organ of our body. So skin is our largest organ, is in contact with our whole body. And as we are aging and our lens are to a healthy aging profile, as we are aging, the skin is contributing to our overall aging as well. So the way that OneSkin was born was like looking to how the aging process is happening on the skin, what are the root cause of aging, and finding the solutions to promote skin health. And as we like to say, is that the good side effect of doing that is that you also have a better looking skin. So the appearance of the skin, of improving the skin appearance, is a consequence of health, having a healthy skin.
Yes, amazing. So it's a, such an interesting new approach in the market. Tell me how you develop OS1, this very famous product, and is there some challenges you face? I'm sure we all do, right? During the
Yes, oh my God, so many challenges. So we started OneSkin in 2016. So it's like a long time, 7 years ago. And for the first 4 or 5 years, we were only doing research. We were a group of scientists with PhD that were in the lab researching skin aging. And it took us 5 years to like understand the skin aging process, find a new molecule that was OS1, and develop a product that it's OS1. The first one was OS1 Face that we brought to the market at the end of 2020, and actually on a soft launch. Actually, it's 100% in the market since February 2021. So it's a long process, and we started really researching the skin aging process in the lab and what are the root causes, what's causing the aging of the skin. And we got interested on the longevity science and on the accumulation of damage that happens on the skin that leads to increase of inflammation of the skin, decrease of collagen production, decrease of like a firm extracellular matrix on the skin, and understanding what was causing all those side effects, all those visual effects on the skin. We start to like look to new molecules that would target what's causing the aging process of the skin. And that's how like we identified the OS1 peptide. That's the main hero of our products. So this molecule was identified through research where we were looking specifically to this root cause of aging on the skin. And what we saw was that this peptide was able to decrease the accumulation of damaged cells, also known as senescent cells, on the
yes.
skin. And when you reduce the accumulation of these damaged cells on the skin, you allow the healthy cells to proliferate and allow these cells to act as a younger skin cell. So it produces more collagen, it creates a better skin barrier, a better structure of your skin, and therefore you have a stronger, more resilient skin that can like now play the role of being your main protective barrier for the environment. And also because it's stronger and healthier, it's also like a better overlooking skin.
Yes, amazing. So this is basically the science behind the biological age, right? Look, I have done once this bio something analysis of the blood, and
Mhm.
I have seen the senescent cells. I've seen like these nice little circles and this not very nice little circles, which are like the old one. And I think like often you need to know the science behind it, and maybe you need to see things in order to understand, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's exactly like that. The cells, when they are healthy and young, they have a shape and a very nice, like sometimes rounded, sometimes it's more flattened, but they are like in a good shape and they produce everything that they need to produce. As we are aging and some cells get older and they get like damaged because of accumulation of the aging process, but also like all the stress that we are receiving from the environment, like UV light, everything that you are eating, being exposed. This is like creating some danification on your DNA. And if the cell cannot repair, they start to become aged cells. And
Yeah.
these cells that are larger, they ended secreting inflammation, secreting like signals that are not healthy anymore. We like to make the analogy that these damaged cells in our body, and they accumulate in skin, but also in our whole body while we are aging. And we say that they are like a bad apple in a basket, because when you have a bad apple, they start like spoiling and secreting like factors. And if you do not remove that bad apple, you end up losing all your apples. So
Yeah.
this is the same that these damaged cells does to our body. They secrete inflammation, they degrade, deteriorate the environment surrounding them, and this accelerates the aging process. So that's why like our main target that's different from other skincare products was to look specifically to the accumulation of those cells on the skin and how we could stop or minimize this accumulation of damaged cells.
Yeah. So is there is like any common misconceptions about skincare and aging? I guess you are taking like totally new approach, right?
Yeah,
Then
I think like one of the big misconceptions maybe is around like using a lot of steps on the skincare, like more is not
Mhm.
always better, you know? So treating your skin sometimes with less and having like the correct ingredients that your skin needs is better than like trying to have a lot of different products and layering, and sometimes you are combining like ingredients that does not go well together. It's not that one product's bad or other not, but the combination sometimes cannot be good, and sometimes you over like put products on your skin. So our approach as well with OneSkin is to simplify the routine and like bring the basics that your skin really needs to maintain healthy, and not like overstep with a multiple process and multiple products being added one on top of the other.
yes, I have actually quite recently learned about that. That's very, very interesting because I was one of these people who are thought that the more products I layer,
Yeah.
the better it is. But
I was the same. Like when I started researching skin aging, I have a very, very sensitive skin. And I used to go sometimes to dermatologists, and I had a routine like with 7 different products, and my skin would never get better. It was always like I was struggling, struggling, struggling. And when we first developed the first version of our product, I already like I said, okay, I'm quitting everything and I will start on just this product from now on. And it's been since we developed that first batch was in 2019. Since then, I only use OneSkin, and my skin like looks way better when you're really like targeting what's the bad thing that's happening on the skin, while then just trying to put all the novelties that are coming on the market and just like trying all the products at the same time. That sometimes it just creates more irritation on your skin.
You know what? One more question is like, because now there is like personalization is in the beauty is such a big trend and things like that. So does it work for like all kind of skins? Like what about the like inclusivity, diversity? Some of us have maybe different types of skin. The science is working for all types of skin,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't matter
Yeah.
because
So
yes,
what this is very interesting question, and like what we are targeting, that's the aging process. This happens, this accumulation, this pathway, it happens to all skins. Doesn't matter like your skin type, like this accumulation of damage on the skin, it happens to all different races, all different like skin colors, skin tones, different ages. We are all in this process that we start accumulating. We are receiving damage and we are accumulating damaged cells. So the peptide, it works across like different skin types and across like different ages. What
yes,
is interesting on our scientific approach is because in the lab we are able to reproduce skin models. That means like we grow human skin in our lab and we do all the testing while we are developing the products on human skins that are grown in the lab. So there is no animal test involved on all the production development of OneSkin. And also like we have a validation of the best model because it's very similar to becoming a human, and we have this in the lab. And this
mhm,
also allow us to have like cells and skin being built from different ages, different races, different genders. So we, in this process, while we were developing OneSkin, we grown skins from all different kinds, and we test on all of them. So we were able to see the effectiveness of this peptide across different like skin types. And then, of course, we have this molecule and we need to formulate this into a topical cream that will be like applied topically. And
mhm.
then we also use the skins while we were developing this formula, the combination to get to the texture, to get to the other actives that are, we were always like in each step testing on the skins in the lab. So if a product like a combination is like irritating the skin, we are like, okay, this is out, test another one, and so on. With that process, we enable to get to a final product that it's you can use in different skin type, including sensitive skin. And we also like went to do tests to confirm that. But when people apply, some people that have like more dry skin can feel that like this product, it's not the peptides being effective, but like it can be not as moisturizer as their needs. So you need to adjust a little bit. But in overall, it's a product that has been used across different all skin types and being very well, not only tolerated, but absorbs really easy and hydrates and like already like gives immediately feeling of a hydrated and glowing skin.
Yes, it's amazing. Like it's very cutting edge product, I have to tell you. You put so much science in it, also even including the growing your lab skin, right? And
Mhm.
testing and things like that. So effective, I understand you the effectiveness, I understand the science behind it, which makes it really make much a lot of sense. What about sustainability and ethical practices? You know, these things are also considered very important.
Yeah, we're also like super aware on that. On the ethical side, as I said, like the fact that we have like this tool, this platform in house, we're able like to avoid any like animal testing and be sure that we already like we're testing on human skins that are grown in the lab. In terms of sustainability, we as a brand that we are like we started, we're a small brand that just launched and we are growing, and with time we are every time like improving more and more our sustainability thoughts. So we launched in February 2021 with one product, that's the OS1 face, and had a plastic bottle, a 50 ml plastic bottle. And then immediately after launching, we start already to think like how we can get more sustainable on our packaging side. So last year, we switched our bottle to become like a refillable bottle. So we are reducing like thousands of plastic that are being generated. Our product, we call it a topical supplement. So it's a daily essential moisturizer as a topical supplement. So like vitamins that we take like every day to allow our body to function better. This topical supplement, if you apply daily, is helping the maintenance of your skin health. And our customers, they understand this and they use this daily. So they end like needing, we have a subscription model, and people receive the product every 30, 60 days. So the amount of like bottles that you end after a year receiving was massive. So with this approach of like becoming recyclable, you can like keep the shell of the bottle, and you have just a pouch inside, and you start receiving just the pouch and refilling your bottle. So this is a way that we become like more sustainable as we are growing, and more we are like looking as we are adding new products, and as we are growing, we are looking to sustainable approaches to grow and to bring the products on taking care not only of people's skin health, but also like thinking about the environment and our planet health as well.
That's amazing. And speaking about the future, when I get excited about longevity trend in beauty and wellness, actually, and I've done research about the skincare, your brand came first. What do you see the potential for the future developments in longevity and skincare? And maybe a little bit something about exciting new developments, what you are planning, maybe also supplements or something.
Maybe it's something that we are also interested on. But so talking a little bit more about like the biohacking side of OneSkin as well. During this development, when we are like understanding the biomarkers of skin aging, we also like and when we were developing this peptide, we were also looking to the biological age of the skin. So what's the biological age of the skin? We have our chronological age. That's like how many, when you're born, how many years is passing, how many times like the earth is going around the sun. So everyone, we are aging on the same speed, right? It takes 365 days. We complete 1 year, 2 years, and everyone is on the same speed. But biologically speaking, we age on different speeds. So a same person that is 35 years old, they can have completely different biological ages depending on their lifestyle choices. So it's more like, more and more that we learn, it's more related to lifestyle than actually to the genetics. So our genetics, they contribute to 10 up to 30% of how we age, while our lifestyle choices, they contribute to 70 to 90%. So it's in our hands, the power of how we are aging. And these lifestyles is related to what we eat, how we exercise our body or not, how is the quality of our sleep, how we are taking care of our mental health. So the combination of like these lifestyle choices, they can help your body to age faster or like age slower.
Yes.
And of course, habits like, for instance, smoking, you can have like, there are nice studies when you have twins, identical twins. This means same genetics. And one was a smoker their whole life. And if you see the picture of them, one looks, the skin is way aged, and one looks much older than the other one. So there is a lot, and the biological age is how we can measure this speed of what's actually happening to your body. And at OneSkin, we developed a tool to measure the skin biological age. This means that we can have, like, from a biopsy sample of a skin, we can look to the DNA. We develop an algorithm that reads the changes in the DNA and gives the biological age of this skin. And
I didn't
using
know that. That's
uh,
new. I didn't know that.
yeah, this is like part of our platform, and more on the science and the development side of the company. So when we were developing the OS1 peptide, we were able to measure if this peptide would decrease the skin biological age. And what we saw, that if we're targeting root cause of aging, we are able to reduce the skin biological age. So if we are removing the accumulation of damaged cells, we are allowing the healthy cells to proliferate, and this not only like makes your skin appear better, but biologically the skin is functioning as a younger skin. So this tool was used more on the development side of the product while we were validating the product. We still use a biopsy. We need a biopsy sample to measure the skin biological age. We are now working on trying to non-invasively collect sample of your skin and measure the biological age through like a non-invasive way, so like customers could eventually like follow and see the improvement of their skin biological age. So this is something that's like we are working on, that's not available yet to consumers, but something that excites me a lot because yeah, a lot of times people, of course, like when you are working on skin, how do I measure if this is working or not? A lot of times it's like taking picture, the visual, like skin is good because you look in the mirror, you know if your skin is better or worse from the day before. But how it's really functioning, that's what our product is doing. Sometimes like we are like trying to bring ways of measuring that that goes like beyond just like the better appearance of the skin.
Yes, yes, amazing. I am first in line. I have measured my biological age, the inside, but
Uh-huh.
very interesting, and it was like very useful.
Yeah.
And I measured it twice, and I'm improved it with in between.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very interested about testing the skin. I think it would really give you better understanding, right?
Yeah.
Why we need it, and also it will be very nice to see the improvement or to see the results, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we are working like to bring this tool that like you can understand the function of your skin and not only like the beauty side of the skin. I also
Yes.
already measure. I don't have like my skin biological age, but I also measured my internal from my blood, my biological age using glycan age.
Yeah.
And I was very surprised. I mean, not that surprised, but the amount, like
Yeah. I,
I'm way more younger than my chronological age. So I was so happy. And I measured twice also.
I'm 8.5 years younger.
That's awesome.
I did biome, full body test, which
Uh-huh. Oh, that's awesome.
biome, there are several, many
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah, I feel that now, like for the future, the trend will be more and more people assessing those
Yeah,
markers and understanding what's happening with their body so
yeah,
they can act like preventatively, like in order to have your body function as younger as possible for longer. So the main goal, first of all, on the longevity community, sometimes people think, you're working longevity, you want to make humans live forever. This is a little bit of misconception. Like there are some people that want that, but like the main goal of the community is like how we can extend the healthy years of life. So if we start from there, if we start like if we have a lifespan of 80 years old or 100 years old, but if when I'm 75 to 100, I'm with the diseases, not being able to move well, not being able to have cognitive thinking, it doesn't make sense to live all these other 25 years.
Yes.
So what we want with the longevity science and bringing this approach of like keeping your body younger, functioning younger, is that if we are living 100 years old, I want to get to 98, to 99, like
Me
still
too.
active, and
Yes.
then it's just like a last shutdown to the end. So a lot of what we see on the longevity community and startup companies is working on how we can improve this health span, how we can first like guarantee that we can be healthier for longer. This will end like adding years to our lives for sure. And eventually, I think in the future, there are like some technologies that are starting now that can really like reverse aging in a more like in the future. And then like maybe we can extend life to 150 or more. But this is more like down the road future.
Technology been developing so fast for the last like 10 to 20 years that the many of us, many of the longevity and biohacking kind of community is saying that it is very, very likely that our lifespan can be extended and reverse in the very, very close future.
The way that you look, the way that you feel, it completely like act on your self-esteem. Like if you're feeling good, if your skin is glowing, and if you look in the mirror and you're happy with what you're seeing, you're happy your skin is not only looking good but it's functioning well, you don't have like itching, you don't have like dry patches, and you look better. This makes you want to go out more. This makes you want to interact more with people. It sure impacts on your longevity, on your well-being. It's all like
Yeah.
combined. So like treating your skin like to, it's these two main things. Like it's thinking about the healthy part of it, but also like it's nice to have like a good looking of your body and the way that you're feeling.
Yes, exactly. Healthy glow.
Yeah.
And we are about to end this call. And since we are live, I want to just have a very quick questions from one of our listeners, Scotty Farrell. Hi, Scotty. He is asking, I don't know if this is something what you can answer, where you testing the keratinocytes. What were the measurements on an expression? And that's something more sciencey that I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay, that I love science questions. Yeah, so in our lab, we have a lab here in San Francisco. We do have dermofibroblasts and keratinocytes, the main cells of the skin, and we do test our molecule and the development on both cell lines, but more when we grow like 3D constructs that we reproduce the skin. We do have like on our website, and then to go dig in more on the results of what are the measurements. And we measure like inflammatory markers, aging markers, the production of keratins on the keratinocyte epidermal layer, the production of collagen on the dermal layer. And we have like on our website the scientific papers and also blog posts that cuts down all the results of the science. So if anyone wants to learn more about our science, on our website, oneskin.co, and also on our like Instagram, we post a lot about the results that we get in the lab, in the test. You can find there. It will be easier than me trying to explain here.
Great. Great. So thank you so much, Alessandra. I am very excited about your new developments, and I will be watching. We will be watching to see the new products which coming on the market. I think that it's a great idea to measure biological age of skin. And
Yeah, we're working on that. I don't know, like when this will come. Like we're still on the research if we will be possible to really have a non-invasive way of measuring that. But we're also working on other ways of not only delivering how you can see the results, but also like some products that goes on the basic line of our skincare routine.
Yes, great. So, and another things, like I feel like you know also so many things. You can give so many tips about how to keep us younger. Then it's another episode. I feel like
We can talk about all the biohacking tips like to keep a younger life.
yes, absolutely. Okay, so thank you so much. And yes, amazing work. I have tried your product. It's amazing. And I have friends who are like raving about it as well. So I'm like super excited and super grateful that we had to meet you at our conference in Oceanside. And I would like to stay in touch for the future, for
Uh,
sure.
yes, thank you so much, Iryna, for like inviting me again to talk a little bit more. For inviting me to the event was amazing that day at the Oceanside, and I'm looking forward for the
Yes,
future.
great. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
thank
Bye.
you, everyone. Bye bye.